Annette, there's something you're raising about the Hustler Fund, but of course, as you raise those questions, the big question is, for a man who promised to deliver on this fund, one targeting individuals and the other targeting groups, so far he has done that. Wouldn't you credit him for honoring that promise?
Absolutely, and that's why I mentioned when you talk about positives, that's happening. But again, we don't need to refrain from poking holes, because as civil society organizations, our mandate is to watchdog government, to basically look at the actions and also seek accountability. So we are basically doing our job, and if there is a gap that needs to be pointed out, least we failed. So having said that, I think back to the point of economy. One of the promises as well was to slash down on borrowing. Also ensure that there's prudent management of public resources, ensuring there's transparency, accountability, and public participation. And so on the 13th of September last year, when this current regime took power, the president committed to execute the constitution. And so part of the constitution is also just ensuring under Article 1, where sovereignty belongs to the people of Kenya and they've delegated it to this government, just ensuring that people's will is put into consideration. So when you talk about public debt in this case, just as of 30th of June this year, sorry, let me take us back. When the government came into being, our debt was at 8.7 trillion. And as at 30th of June this year, it's confirmed that 1.56 trillion has already been borrowed by this current regime. And that has then ballooned our debt to over the 10 trillion mark, which again
always goes beyond the parliamentary ceiling.
Exactly, and that's something that has never happened before, but we have surpassed that. So that means the promise has not been kept. At the same time, as we speak, our wage bill is about 69.3. What does that tell us? You know, and when we when we talk about repayment of debt, we are at 55%. Where is development money? So clearly, when you talk about the architect and the foundations, we are likely, as taxpayers, not going to realize services in tandem with what we are paying.
Let me ask you a quick one, because you paint the current situation, what you would say our fiscal health. Is it that why the president then is introducing taxation, so to bring things back to normalcy?
That is okay, and we have said taxation is good, but then the return should be in tandem with what we are giving as the hustlers or as Kenyans. So we cannot be paying taxes, as people continue to say, when it comes to matters housing levy. That's a gray area. What's the framework? Do we even need the houses? It's not clear how this is going to be executed. So much is happening around taxation that clearly, when you look at where we are economically or where we are as regards public finance, the wage bill where it is, the public debt where it is, clearly the person who is going to suffer here is the ordinary Kenyan who pays taxes but is not going to be able to realize the benefits that come with the same.